There is a saying that a ship without a rudder is at the mercy of the winds and the currents. And it's very true even with the Compton Leadership Manual. I've talked to many members who have told me if they had only really researched the Compton Leadership Manual and planned ahead, they would have completed it a long time ago. But because they didn't, they're still working on it today. And I have mentioned to members of Opportunity Talks to plan their Compton Leadership Manual. But some of the members came up to me and said, I don't quite understand what you mean by that. Can you explain it to me more fully? That's what I'm doing here today. I want to help you to be able to quickly and efficiently complete your Compton Leadership. So the first thing you need to do at the beginning or in the front of the Compton Leadership Manual is a project completion record. This is a nice overview of all the projects, the 10 projects here that you have to complete. You'll also see over here all the roles that you have to complete for the projects. But then there's this little note over here. And this little note is going to tell you something important. And that is you don't have to do all the roles that are over here. For example, Project 1, it says 3 of the 4. So there's 4 roles, you only have to pick 3 of those to get that completed. Some roles, like Project 4, have a requirement. Project 4, you have to be the timer plus 1 more of the roles. It's very simple, but unless you look at this, you don't even know what you have to do. For example, you can notice that the odd counter only gets chosen once. It's in Project 1. Timer is only chosen once too. That's in Project 4 and it's required. But did you know that being a speaker, there's 2 opportunities to get credit in your Compton Leadership Manual while being the speaker? Projects 4 and 5. How about being a table topic speaker? Yes, you can get credit for that too. That's in Project 1. And then here's one that you may never even thought about. Imagine you have a guest that comes in and you meet that guest and they sit next to you. They start asking you questions and you answer and you tell them what's going on in the meeting. That's called befriending a guest. And you can get credit in your Compton Leadership Manual, Project 7. Now you're probably thinking, that's great, White Eagle. Now I have a better understanding of what's in here, but how do I plan it? Excellent question. You want to use something like this. This is all the dates of all the meetings for 2012 for Opportunity Talks. You'll notice over here there's a couple that are crossed out. That's because of Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're almost complete with up to June 30th, but everything in the second half of the year is still open. You can do any of these. You can set up what to do. You also use your Compton Communicator in here, but you might look and say, I want to speak once a month. So you come here July 4th, August 1st, September 5th, etc. And you write down on there, Compton Communicator, Project 3, 4, 5, or whatever it is that you're working on. But then all these other areas, you write down by looking at project completion record, you figure out what roles you want to take on, and then write them in here. Now that's for your own personal use. But then what you want to do is get with your Vice President of Education to get on the schedule. At Opportunity Talks, we have a sign-up sheet. And in the sign-up sheet, all you have to do when it comes around, take this sheet, the information you used on it, and fill them in here. For example, we got Donna. Today, she's Table Topics Master. Next week, she is the General Evaluator. A week after, Grammarian. Week after, Clicker. Speaking the week after that, and then Evaluator the week after that. 6 weeks in a row, she's taken on a role. And this is what you have to do to quickly and efficiently work through the Compton Leadership Manual. If you are actively or proactively working on this manual, then there's not a meeting that should go by that you are not actively doing a role. Then what you can do after you get all that completed, if you can see, next to here I got some notes. And these are the dates I plan to do these. Well, this is a fictional person, but this is what you can do. So here, 5/9, person's going to be the odd counter. 5/16, timer. 5/23, going to do a speech. Right there it shows they're going to finish project 4 after they do that speech. That's if they remember to bring their Competent Leadership Manual and get it evaluated and get that credit for it. Now there are 2 projects in here that are a little bit more difficult. That's Project 6 and Project 8. Why are they difficult? Because they're surrounding either membership campaigns, special events, or contest. Project 8 is being the chairperson for it. Project 6 is to help organize those. We have contests twice a year, but then we try and do as many special events as we can so that people will be able to sign up to be the chairperson or to help organize them to get these written off. A way that you get those ones taken care of is by being proactive and really planning your Competent Leadership Manual. I had mentioned before about the boat without a rudder. As a pilot, if I'm plotting a course, I want to go from point A to point B to point C back to point A, and I don't plot it out, I probably will never make it back. Or if I do, I'll get there, but not in the quickest and most efficient manner. It's through plotting the course, planning your way through the Competent Leadership Manual, that you will be able to get to where you want to go in the most efficient manner.